So we get back into the crucifix, you pull the arm apart, catch and we pull back. So now we're going to work when you have somebody that tucks their chin and it's very hard to get a choke on them, okay? So the thing that is so strong about this position is that he has to worry about his arm and his neck at the same time, okay? So whenever you can't get to the person's neck, you're going to bring your arm all the way, you're just going to kind of come across their cheek, come up to their shoulder. You can connect your hands or just hold the shoulder. I prefer to connect my hands, and I want to keep his head as far away from his hand as possible. The further, the more he keeps you keep his head and hand apart, the more tension is going to be on his arm. If he can get his head close to his arm, he can take pressure off. Okay, so think about when you do this, you pull his head away from his arm and lock your hands. Now I'm going to slide my right ankle down to his wrist. So I can feel now his elbow is braced against my hip. I'm going to step foot to foot. My feet go towards the floor. My knees flare out. And I slowly push my hips up to finish. All right? So make sure that you don't, again, I don't want to lock a figure four like this. I want to take my right ankle and scrape his arm and down to his wrist. You'll feel all the tension come out of his arm. His arm's locked out straight now. I put my left foot on top of my right ankle. I could probably finish here by pushing down. If you get somebody really flexible, your feet might actually reach the floor, but watch my knees. My knees go out. Okay? Don't just go straight down. Open the knees up. You should be able to feel the bone of your ankle against the bone of his wrist. Right? So again, when we get to this position, you're trying to get to his neck, his chin is tucked. You just bring your forearm across his cheek. Okay? Connect my hands. I keep his head as close to my head as possible. I start to flare my knee out. My ankle goes to his wrist. My other foot goes on top. My knees open up, and I push my hips up. It shouldn't take much pressure. Do it very slowly. Okay? Slide the knee in. Separate the hand. Catch. Sit back. Guy has a really tight chin tuck. Sort of face lock him, and then open the legs up. Your ankle should slide down and touch his wrist. Left foot goes on top, knees open up, and hips go up to the ceiling. And again, keep constant tension on his head. You need to keep his head close. If your arms loosen up, start to pull your head towards your wrist. You start to do this, he can start to pull himself close. So basically, try to like touch his ear to his shoulder like this.